everyone, this is Nikki from the design team, and I'm here today with a fun summer card. We're going to be using lots of products from the new release and some older summer products to create this fun popsicle card. So I added some glitter, and it's basically a die cut card. I love making die cut cards. So this is the Summer Vibes pack of paper. It's got such great colors, and we're going to use all those to coordinate. We're going to use the Summer Essentials Popsicle die right here. I love this Summer's Essentials pack. This is an older pack, but it has great things to make die cut cards. Then we're going to use the new frames. These are called the A2 reverse scallop dies. We're going to use the largest one of that. And then from the nesting fishtail banner, we're just going to use the word hi. So let's get right into this fun card. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit subscribe and like, and that would really help us out here at Cat Scrappiness. So to apply glitter, I added glue, and then I used the more blunt end of the Tombow Mono, and I used that to kind of spread my glue out where it needed to be. And I didn't care too much if it overlapped a little bit on the bottom. You could easily do glitter with doing a double-sided adhesive. I just didn't think of that when I was cutting them out, and I didn't want to waste my die cut, so I decided that I would use glue. And glue works just as well. You just got to make sure that you get a good coat of coverage, which I'm doing with the other end of this. So if you know me, you know I love to add sparkle. So I'm just doing this with glitter. I used the Distress glitter, which is the only one that I had. You could also use heat embossing. You could do so many things to this. With Cat Scrappiness, her cardstocks are a slick finish. So they kind of, to me, almost look like they have glossy accents. So it's really great to add some different elements to them that just enhance the shine of the cardstock. If you want a really solid amount of glitter, then do 2 layers. So, and also if you only have these pins of glue like this, so I just tried it a couple different ways to see which effect I liked the best. So I used this glue pen, and I know it's not getting great coverage and it's not spread out over this, but once I dip it in the glitter, then I'm gonna add another layer of glue and glitter, and it really makes those layers pop up, and it gives it great dimension. Can you see how awesome this looks? Watch, I'll put this second layer of glitter. Look how much it stands up off there. That's so awesome. And it dries, and you can still see a little bit of the color through it once that glue dries clear. So I knew I was going to use this frame, and I wanted to make sure how many I could fit in here. So I realized that 3 fit, and you'll notice that Popsicle stays in one piece when you cut it out with the die. So I took some scissors and trimmed off the bottoms so that I could decide what color I wanted to be. So I wanted to mix and match my colors. So I just took some scissors and clipped off the bottoms and then added them. So see right here? You can add it like this, and I still glued it onto a full piece to hold it together and to get everything nice and dimensional. I decided I also wanted to create popsicle sticks, so I'm doing a couple of different colors to test the brown and see what seems to look best. I start with brushed corduroy and end up deciding that the gathered twigs looked better to me. I think brushed corduroy would be great if you were going to add some Copic marker details to it or something like that, but the gathered twigs seem to be the one that I gravitated towards. And how I'm going to do these, I'm just going to take the bottom part of my die and cut out the popsicle stick. I'll still have to probably trim it to fit since it's not a separate piece, but I'm going to show you how those came out. So now I'm going to assemble the pieces, and remember I've cut apart lots of these die pieces, so we need to assemble probably 3 pieces each. So we've got the top that's got our glittery portion on, it's had time to dry. We got our bottom, and then we're going to do the popsicle stick, and we're going to glue it all to one solid piece of popsicle. Working with something like this that's heavier than the rest of the piece and also has been glued before, it's nice to set some weight on it to keep it all down. So I used some acrylic blocks to hold down my glitter pieces, and I just added it with Barely Arts glue. I know I'm using about 10 different types of glue in this video, but I feel like sometimes it's just whatever's right close to me that I'm grabbing, and I really like the Barely Arts. It has a very fine tip. So the other one stuck on. Now I can add this acrylic block and hold those down, and we'll do these and trim up our popsicle sticks and put them on. So here's how they look with their little popsicle sticks. I think those just look cute and they really enhance the color. You don't have to do this. You could leave it as a solid color, but here's our little popsicles. I've got to put one last one on and then we'll assemble the card. So I'm using coordinating paper from the Summer Vibe set. I cut out that frame and I'm going to glue it down to the background that looks to me kind of like confetti. So I feel like that brings out all those colors really well and it just looks really cute with all the coordinating elements. I love it when I have a pack of paper that everything coordinates like this. It just really helps make the card. Now I'm going to use this foam tape to pop up my popsicles. You don't have to do that. You could glue them right to the back. They've got a lot of dimension to them, but I just always love foam tape. I don't know what the deal is, but I just love adding texture and dimension to cards. So I'm going to cut some foam tape. It's also nice that it holds these together. So I'm just doing a layer of foam tape on each one and I'm going to line them up. And then all we'll have left to do is to add our sentiment. While I'm putting this together, let me mention that all the links of things that I used in this video will be in the description of this video. So make sure you click into that description if you're going to go shopping today, or even if you just want to browse and look at these products. That helps me out and I really appreciate your support in that. So with this foam tape here, I'm going to pop these up. One thing that you may not realize that I'm doing is that I'm using this grid on my mat to help me line these up and get them straight and centered. So if you don't have one of those, using something like a T-ruler is a great idea, but I usually can eyeball it pretty well with my grid mat. So that's what I did here. With the high that I cut out as my sentiment, I used some black paper and I decided that I would also use one of the stars. So here's how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed it and I can't wait to see you back on the channel. So here it is up close. Oh, I love this glitter. It looks so cute. So have a great day. I hope this card inspired you and I hope you have a happy summery day. Bye!